Just when you think that food can't possibly call you on your phone, boom, onion rings. Welcome to Shave&Butcher and a Friday shave. And it is Fat Friday. It's going to be Mitchell's Wool Fat with a Chubby 2 brush from Simpsons. And it's been a while. It's time for the cleaver. This is a full inch. It's actually a bit over an inch. Shave&Butcher for barber's use. What a beauty, isn't it? In fantastic shape with a barber's notch and scales made from my friend the Homemeister Niklas Gudmundsson. And the scales alone are worth the treat, worth whipping this around the face for a little while. How are you? How's your Friday so far? Good, I hope. I've been blooming the wool fat. It's the only soap I bloom, actually. And you don't have to, but it speeds the process up a little bit of getting lather onto the brush. Yeah, so Friday. It's beautiful in Sweden. The sun is shining. It's 24 degrees, I think, on the proper temperature scale, whatever that is. What is that? 70 something? Just over 70 in the Americano version of temperature. So, oops. Oh God. Someone's gonna get a beating about soiling the floor, and all for the wrong reasons too. Where was I going? Yeah, it's a big brush. It's a huge brush. It's very impractical, but it's fun and it's quite nice to use. But it has a lot of hair in it, so it has to be loaded quite heavily. Let's see if that's enough. Now, Mitchell's Wool Fat takes a bit of time to get a decent lather. We'll see if we have enough. If we don't have enough, we'll go back to the soap and grab some more. It's been a long week. I've been working a bit more than usual, so full time. So it feels very good to have Friday. Although I work from home most Fridays, and it's a little bit less of a weekend Friday feeling when you do, because if you've been at work, you get home, you're tired, you pour a drink or grab a beer or whatever. It genuinely feels Friday-y. A little bit less when you've been working from home because you don't come home, but it still feels good, and it feels good. It feels better and more like Friday if you've had a busy week. It's been a busy week, good week. A lot of hard labor from an office point of view. So real hard laborers are going, Jesus Christ, hard work in an office. But Excel can be challenging. I almost got a paper cut, so don't say it's not dangerous to work in an office. But it was good, and I actually made a sale, little piece of business on Friday, and that's always nice. It's always nice. I try to steer negotiations about any negotiation really, but perhaps especially sales, to Fridays, and it bloody well works. People are in a better mood on Fridays. It's easier to get them over the hump to close a deal. Usually easier to get what you want out of the negotiation on a Friday. Someone must have studied this, but I'm absolutely convinced. Look, peaky already. Peaky already, but don't be fooled, because Mitchell's wool fat is a treacherous mistress that you have to spend more time on than other soaps. I'm getting lather. Just checking if family's coming home. They will be soon. So if you don't go that extra mile that you have to go with Mitchell's wool fat, you're going to be disappointed when you shave. So what looks like a good lather, well, all right, bake it some more, put a bit more water into it. It's generally a soap where you don't break the lather. You have to pay a bit more attention than on a modern super duper oompa loompa crazy artisan soap, which you can beat to death as much as you want to. So when you add water, do it a little bit at the time, and do it more times. Little steps, baby steps towards perfection. But how was your week? Were you working? How was your working week? Are you retired? How was your retired week? Some people who are retired seems to be more busy than a lot of us who are working. How on earth does that happen? I wonder. Okay, I'm gonna go with that. You could go one more round, adding a bit of water, working it in. You can actually go 2 more rounds, but I won't. That's enough. That's basta. Okay, let's see if this razor is still okay. It's one I haven't destroyed on my stones trying to hone it, so should be okay. Yeah, it's very good. It's always slightly fascinating to use these huge razors. And it's not only wide, it's thick too. It's a lot of steel. Okay, let's see. Lather. Boom. There you go. Good lather. Good boy. Brilliant razor. Still sharp. I can't use it. I mustn't use it too often, because then I'll be tempted to try and refreshen it, which inevitably will lead to ruining the edge. Wedges are a bit trickier for me, at least, to try and hone, especially smiling ones. Require more skill. Than your typical full hollow straight edge razor that you can basically push back and forth a bit carefully if the edge is not too bad, and still end up with something usable. But this requires skill and strategy. And all of those things that you've got to be good at. So it's going to be a bit of chicken on the grill. It's been marinating for a good while. I tried to marinate at least 24 hours preferably more. And should be good. Bit of claret, bit of the red wine, maybe a small whiskey or bourbon, we'll see. I'm getting up early tomorrow to play golf. So I should be taking it easy, taking an early night to be fit for the golf game, but I've been so horrible lately that I'm toying with the idea of trying to play a little bit hungover, just to see if that helps. I hope no kids are watching. You should never do things hungover. You should never drink alcohol. It's bad. It's a toxin. Mind you, a Friday evening, beautiful weather out, you're a little bit tempted to try a bit of a drink. Wow, this razor is actually very good. I would ruin this. Tell you what, if it goes dull, I'm not even gonna try. Well, I might try, but I would send it off to someone competent. Knowing your limits, knowing when you should ask for help is a big success factor in life, I find. Because some things other people do better, because they've spent time on it, they've perfected their skills. Sometimes you do best. I'm 52, I'm still trying to figure out what I'm best at. Not a whole lot. But at least I know my limitations. So that's something. And I think a cigar today. I already had one at lunch, a small one. Maybe a big one. Because, you know, on the occasions in Sweden when it's actually pleasant to sit outside and have a smoke at sort of 9-10 o'clock in the evening, which it will be tonight, you know, those evenings don't come very often. So one should really grab the opportunity. There we go. This is going to be a good shave, good result, and no irritation. It's going to be good. Just don't mess it up on the home stretch, Johan. There we go. Isn't it pretty? Isn't it a beautiful razor? I know it's mine, but it's not like I made it. So I think I can still say it's beautiful. And it's not bragging. Yeah, enjoying this. Enjoying it tremendously. And the lather held up well. I think I spent a little bit less of an effort on the lather, but it's beautiful. With these old Sheffield wedges, you never quite know what you're going to get. They can be as pretty as I don't know what, as life, and still not be very good shavers. But this one, I was lucky. Well, I wasn't lucky. I bought it from Marion the Barbarian as the blade only. And he said it was good, and it definitely is. I haven't decided what to use for an aftershave. Feels it should be rather traditional, because we've had traditional soap, traditional razor, very traditional brush. Should be English, really. Do I have anything English? Not so sure I do. Well, okay. Traditional anyway. Maybe from the colonies. What about skin brazier? I actually like this quite a bit. Cheap and cheerful, costs next to nothing. Got it at Walmart in America. And it sure gets the job done. And that was a smooth shave. Beautiful result. And no burning. I'm happy. Have a nice Friday, have a great weekend, and stay sharp.